Okay. So
And
we've got
April
2
Eppinger
days.
are
Nice.
tomorrow as well. So, but Maggie and Kyla will be fighting
Today
earlier
for sure.
Yes. All right, here we have Thailand in red belt and Vietnam in blue.
Okay, so far Thailand's also had a good showing. I mean, in terms of Banput's win earlier as well. That probably also gives sort of like an added confidence to you being a team member of Team Jiu-Jitsu of Thailand.
Yes, I'm sure. I'm sure they're all rooting for each other here, and they all train with each other. So
That's true too.
you know, they push each other, and you can only go as far as your team goes.
It's true.
Here we have, he's trying to lock his close guard.
Oh, you can use the belt?
You can use the belt. Yes, you cannot use the belt to choke your opponent, but you can use it for control. You can use it for control. So he's maximizing what he can use by using the belt.
I mean, sort of like in real life, whatever you can grab onto.
Yes.
If you had gotten into a situation like this, grabbing onto the shirt or the pants or whatever you could.
Yes, yes. So whatever you would can actually be a liability.
Yeah. Oh,
Yes.
never thought of it that way.
So I believe the score is still tied. Again, you're seeing a lot of this spider guard from and lapel guard from these smaller opponents.
Right.
With the bigger opponents, as you'll see later on, you'll see a lot more stand-up.
Okay.
So the game differs per weight class.
Oh, I didn't even realize that's true.
And that's the beauty of the sport. I think that's why the Filipinos can really excel in the sport of Jiu-Jitsu, because it's based on your own weight. You don't have to be the strongest.
Right.
You don't have to be the fastest. It's by weight class.
That's true.
Jiu-Jitsu is somewhat like a chess game. Not the fastest or the strongest necessarily wins.
Yes.
It helps, but doesn't necessarily mean you're the best because you're
It's
fast.
really technique. It's really trying to get out of a bind, literally, sort of.
It is.
And trying to find, you could be at a disadvantage at one point and then be at an advantage. What's happening here? This is very exciting and nerve-wracking.
So the red belt is I think he was going for an omoplata sweep. But they both reset with Thailand pulling guard. Score still 0-0, even fight. And I believe there is a request to review the video. So I think one of the coaches made that request. I'm not quite sure. I think the coach might be arguing that an advantage should have been awarded.
Oh, okay.
With that omoplata sweep.
Right,
earlier.
okay. And then seeing that nothing happened, nothing on the scoreboard changed, he made an appeal. Oh, we'll see if that'll be granted. Is that sort of thing? I wonder if it's granted right away or there's a bit more discussion involved.
So what happens there is the coach makes a gesture that he's challenging a ruling or a scoring.
Okay.
And as you can see on your screen on the back, there's the technical referees.
Yes.
What they're going to do is they're going to review the video.
Uh-huh.
So this is actually a new feature of the sport. Prior to this year, I've never seen this before.
Okay.
And I think this is really good practice, as it makes sure that there's less mistakes.
Absolutely. And it makes absolute sense because you can't see, you can only see from your vantage point whatever is shown to you. But on the other hand, I mean, there's not just four corners to a room, but it's 360 degrees actually. So given the aid of like technology and equipment such as that, you get to decide a bit more. And usually that's about 3 points of views.
Yes.
So you can really determine if the appeal should be granted or not. I saw this when they were doing this with the Arnis competitions as well. And it would sometimes even be a very long wait as the coaches keep, pushing for their concerns to be heard. And of course, they're being heard out. But for all the other judges to come into agreement that, he should have the point or he should have the round, et cetera, et cetera.
Yes. Videos don't lie.
That's true. Oh, boy.
But I'm not too sure. I need to confirm this. But I believe that the coaches have one challenge. And let's say I'm the coach and I challenge a call. If my challenge is wrong, I lose my challenge till the finals. But if I get it right, I still have a challenge.
Oh, wow.
So the coaches have to be very smart in using that.
That's right.
Yes.
Because
or else you can't just challenge every single thing.
Exactly. But you could also be using that to give time for your athlete to rest. You know, you can so many things.
Going for the back take. And guard pull back again. As you can see, when you have very athletic competitors, it's hard to stabilize a position.
Exactly. And you know, you're right when you mentioned about the difference in the fighting style also, depending on your weight category. Because these guys are lighter and they're wilier.
Yes.
I don't know if that means they're more flexible, not really, but just really the movement is much faster than the higher or the heavier weight categories.
A lot faster. You typically see a little bit more flexibility in there, a little more speed.
Right.
So yes, definitely a different game.
Yeah.
I believe later today we have some of the bigger guys fighting. That should be exciting to see as well.
The 85 kilograms.
85, yes.
Sounds gigantic to me at this point, because the 69 kilogram guys seem big enough already.
So I'm not quite sure what the score is right
It's
now.
true.
It looks like an even fight. See, here we have that same guard being played. This is more like a collar sleeve where you're controlling the collar and the sleeve of the opponent, preventing him from posturing up. Vietnamese in blue looking to pass, while the Thai in red looking to control and sweep or submit.
Okay,
and here, stuffed his sweep. So the Thai was looking to come up and get the sweep, but he was quickly pushed down by the Vietnamese, preventing any score from happening here. Will he get 2 points for this? He needs to stabilize the position. And a footlock. Vietnam's going for a footlock there, but I don't think it's deep enough.
And they just keep moving about. Okay. He got out of that one.
So 45 here. Finally, I can see the score. 45 seconds to go. And
I only see the Thailand score though with the 0. Oh.
They're both pushing the pace, so the score must be close. Close. I'm not sure if he'll be given an advantage for that. No advantage given, and time stops there.
So what's happening now is that, wait, are they both 0? Does someone have an advantage?
Yes, I believe there is an advantage. I need to see the scoreboard to confirm that.
Winner, Kuntong Suwijak from Thailand.
The Thai competitor took this.